So Battlefield 4 multiplayer has been revealed and it has been streaming all over the place, and we were able to see some cool new features which I'm going to talk about later in the video. But let's take a look at the visuals first. Now the first thing that I've noticed is that the game doesn't really look that different from Battlefield 3, which is a good thing. I really like that. They didn't change the graphic style that much like they did when they transitioned from Bad Company 2 to Bad Company 3, and of course keep in mind that this is all pre-alpha stuff, so the game is far from being finished. A lot of the things still need to be polished, so we definitely cannot judge the game on its looks as of yet, although the game is actually looking quite beautiful and definitely a step forward from Battlefield 3, especially the particle system. It's very beautiful stuff. Now the first thing that I've noticed is that some of the tanks have some sort of camo painted on them. I'm not really sure if this is going to be the standard tank camo. It would be pretty interesting if you could actually change the vehicle camo. But it isn't exactly something that everyone's waiting for, I think. I know that I don't. So I don't expect DICE to implement this, but I thought it was a pretty interesting thing. The HUD definitely cleaned up a bit and it looks a lot better. Again, it looks very similar to the one from Battlefield 3. But one thing that I've noticed is that you actually get a lot less ammo than in Battlefield 3. But I don't think that that is a definitive choice on DICE's part. Now moving on to some of the guns. Now the gun sounds are sounding a lot better than the ones from Battlefield 3. They actually sound punchy again, and I just cannot wait to try them all out. Now I don't know if you've noticed, but if you look at the iron sights of the M9 pistol, you can see that they changed them. I think it's a pretty interesting look, and it doesn't really look bad, but I probably won't be using them. I think they just take a little bit too much visibility when you're aiming down sights. But maybe if I get my hands on them and try them out a little, I'll like them. I don't know. I'll just have to wait and see for myself. By the way, pistols will be customizable in Battlefield 4, so that's another thing to look forward to. Now moving on to the classes. So there are quite a bit of changes made to the different classes. So first off, the Recon class gets the C4 back just like in Bad Company 2, which is a very good thing. Every little thing that helps out the Recon class is good. And now that we're talking about the Recon class, it has been confirmed that the scope glint has made its comeback in Battlefield 4. And I saw it, and it's not that visible anymore, but it's still pretty noticeable. And that's just a fucking shame. I mean, I really hope that they would have gotten rid of it. If you saw my Battlefield 4 talk video, you'll know how much I hate the thing. I really hope that DICE will implement some kind of gadget or attachment to get rid of the scope glint, or at least nerf it. Or maybe when the game releases, they will just nerf it there. I don't know. I just don't want a shining thing on the end of my sniper rifle. I just don't want it, especially when there is no direct light hitting the fucking scope. I don't want it. I don't like it. Alright, so let's get back to the classes. So like I said, some pretty interesting changes have been made to the classes, but more specifically, a lot of changes have been done to the weapons you're able to carry within each class. So as you know, in Battlefield 3, you can carry all of your PDWs and your shotguns in all of the classes. So there's somewhat of the universal weapons that you can choose within every class. But now in Battlefield 4, carabines, or carabines, whatever you want to call them, and DMRs are added to that list of universal weapons. So for those who don't know what DMRs are, they're somewhat of a hybrid between a semi-auto sniper rifle and an assault rifle, so pretty much like the SKS. And I think this is a pretty interesting way of changing up the classes. I'm actually really excited about this change. This is, of course, to also help out the Recon class a lot, and I never would have thought of that to balance out the classes. So I definitely give DICE a good old thumbs up for that decision. And all these changes combined with all the new and more in-depth customization feature will give us a lot of choices and give us the ability to make some pretty interesting class combinations. Now, suppression. Okay, so I've been looking at a lot of gameplay footage, and it really seems that suppression has been implemented a lot smarter this time. It doesn't really blur your screen that bad anymore like in Battlefield 3, and it's mainly focused around the LMGs and the sniper rifle, and it's more focused, I think, where the enemy is actually firing. So if the enemy's standing next to you and he's shooting like way off target, let's say let's say a ridiculous number, like 1 to 2 meters. He's firing like 1 to 2 meters next to you. you shouldn't be suppressed, which is definitely not the case in Battlefield 3. So that's a pretty interesting feature, but again, this is just pre-alpha, and we'll really have to wait for the beta to see how the suppression mechanic plays out on the battlefield. So if you're interested in in-depth Battlefield 4 tips, be sure to stick around because I'm gonna cover the shit out of that game on my channel. So that's it for this video, guys. I'll cover news and some of my thoughts on Battlefield 4 in the next video. I hope you enjoyed this one, and if you did, of course, do not forget to like and share. It really helps the community grow. And of course, hit that subscribe button for more Battlefield 4 content. I'm Dolce, and I'll see you in the next video.